least you're preparing yourself for some of the things that we're going to talk about because you might have some questions. And it is early menopause. It's a life stage that impacts women globally, but it remains shrouded in silence because people don't want to talk about it. You want to talk about it with your man or your friend, or people just are very, very close. Sometimes people don't even want to talk about it with their doctors. But what inspired me to speak openly about menopause? Well, I'm gonna brag a little bit. I went through it, and I didn't go through what some women go through. So sorry, but not sorry. I didn't go through the sweats. I don't feel I went through the yelling, hollering, and screaming, but my kids may think something different. But I didn't go through the sweats. I didn't go through the pain. I didn't go through any of those things. It just went naturally. And I thank my maker for that one. But you never know when it's going to start. But how can menopause affect your life or career? And it affects people physically and emotionally. There are changes in your body, like fatigue and sleep issues. Like I mentioned, you can have night sweats. Sometimes you can have insomnia, and it can lead to daytime exhaustion where you've been up all night long, but you're just too tired in the morning. So it's making it harder to stay focused and productive. Now, some of us who are working, it can affect our career and our workplace. Productivity challenges like, again, lack of sleep. How many of you had brain fog? Well, this could be due to menopause. No, I'm not a specialist. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a doctor. I don't even work in that field. All I know is I work on me, and I know some people who've been through some things, and we spoke about menopause. But it also can impact the work efficiency. Now, confidence and self perception, feeling out of control of one's body, it might lead to self doubt or hesitation in your leadership roles. But what are most common symptoms that women experience during menopause? Sudden waves of heat, often followed by sweat and chills. You know, one minute you're hot, the next minute you're cold. How many of you thought that last night I sweat, I must have a cold? I'm coming down with something. Well, it could be some of those sudden waves of heat that you're going through. And it's not because of the 90 degrees outside or 103 outside, it's the 103 inside of you. Sleep disturbances and insomnia, difficulty falling asleep, or even staying asleep due to those night sweats or those hormonal shifts. Let me tell you something, the body is an amazing thing. Whatever's going to happen in your body is going to happen in your body. So when your doctor is telling you to take care of yourself, I'm wondering if they're thinking about menopause at the same time, especially when you got a male doctor and they're telling you, well, you need to take care of yourself. Well, he never had menopause or those monthly cramps. So, but I wouldn't tell you not to take the doctor's advice. Take your doctor's advice. Go to a specialist if it's getting out of control. Some of us gain weight and our metabolism changes. Some of us have the slower metabolism leading to increased belly fat. Now, I would swear that men had menopause because you see those bellies and it ain't from beer all the time. I honestly don't think it's from beer, but they talk about us with the belly fat, and some people call it, I think these young people call it a fupa or whatever they may call it. And they have difficulty maintaining their weight. Up, down, sideways, whatever. They got a little bit more over here, a little bit more over there. It happens to the best of us. Weight gain and metabolism changes, but it can also be due to age. A lot of this goes along with age, the age that we are, the age that maybe our parent, our mom had it. Good evening, Shanette. Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us. Sometimes when your mom experienced menopause at a certain age, it's more than likely that you can go through it at the same age too, or around that time. But it doesn't mean you're going to experience the same thing because your body is your body and her body is her body. Now, those sleep disturbances and insomnia and those hormonal shifts, the weight gain and the metabolism changes, those joint and muscle pains, the aches, the stiffness in the joint, sometimes linked to the estrogen loss. That's why I say speak to a specialist because the estrogen loss is no joke. Sometimes you may jump up in the middle of the night with those cramps in your legs. It's stiff, and sometimes we overlook things. We look at excuses for the things that's happening to your body. I make excuses all the time. Oh, I just got this, it'll go away. Oh, that, this, and the other. And it starts to add up. And when it adds up, it becomes something. And sometimes that something can be too late. Now, I know I'm a victim of that, where I won't go to the doctor for this, that, and the other. I don't have time. Well, turning 60 last year, I have time. Because now it's all about me